I can, I did try going after the birth of my daughter. I did try going back to work, and I lasted about 3 weeks trying to balance the home life with the career life, and it was a huge disaster. Part of, I think, my inhibition or resistance to going back to work is I had this reluctance to put my child in daycare. Is that a struggle that you see a lot of moms going through? And just off the top of your head, what are some of the recommendations to kind of look past that? Because like you said, you need the income or else you would be staying at home.
I believe that going back to what your values are and what your priorities are. So your first priority, and I'd like to assume it for everyone, is that your family is your most important. But knowing that and knowing that you have to provide for them, why are you a working mom? Put that into perspective.
Okay.
Make your priorities your perspective.
Okay.
So when I was leaving my first child, when I was leaving Luke, I used to call it a Jedi mind trick, that it didn't bother me miraculously. But my career at the time was going places. Like, I was really excited about it. I also knew that although I was very tearful, I'm an extremely emotional person, I probably did cry very often when I had to leave him. But when I would go to work, I was fulfilling something within me that just felt right. I did think of him often. I couldn't just put him out of my mind. Some women can. Everyone's different. But when my second child, Lily, came around, and the career just wasn't there, or where I thought it was, it went to the right, and I was expecting it to go to the left. That was a huge struggle.
Just wasn't what you wanted anymore, so it kind of changed the perspective.
So
on
coaching was there.
Okay.
And being able to talk to someone about it, I was no longer alone. That was my other point I wanted to make. Learning from being coached and being a coach, you don't have to go through it alone.
Okay.
You're not alone. I also went out and spoke with other working moms within my company and shared with them the struggles that I was going through, and they could empathize.
Yeah.
That felt awesome.
Right.
And I was able to work through it because I had that support system.
Okay.
And that's what coaching gives you. Did I answer your question completely?
I think so. If not, I'm sure we'll get on the subject again.
I still believe it's a Jedi mind trick. I really do. But it is what you put your mind to.
Right.
It is what your perspective is.
Now, when you were mentioning, the other moms, the support, several of my friends and I have been discussing randomly at different conversations, you never fully understand and comprehend what it's like to be a parent until you have a little rugrat running around.
I concur.
And it's, even if you think it's always totally different, and you never know what to expect.
I remember with the birth of both of my children, I would go to my mom and dad and be like, you never warned me. You did not tell me that all of this was going to happen. But life was different back then as well.
True.
And everyone is different. But you hit the nail right on the head. You really...
So you need that support system, because, and it's nice to get it from people with similar backgrounds, with other parents, because they get it.
They do.